Hello, travelers! Welcome back to a brand new season of TNL Audio Stories. This time around, we will take you to the nooks and corners of the world with a magnifying glass in our hands, exploring hidden gems. Whether it's an untouched, never heard of a beach in a popular destination, or isolated villages hidden behind snow-capped peaks, these travel stories will take you to lands far and away. So, get cozy, get that cuppa ready, and discover the undiscovered with us this year. Okay, now paddle, Sham said loudly with a hint of authority in his voice. I started paddling immediately, afraid to do anything else. The wave lifted me up almost instantly, and I held onto the surfboard with all my might. The force died down, but letting go of the board proved tougher than letting go of my ex. Embarrassed, I looked at the people around me riding their waves, smiling like kids in a toy store. That's when I realized nobody was looking at my failures. They were all focusing on joy. And that's all that mattered. Mulki is a tiny coastal village in Karnataka, very close to Mangalore. The backwater's proximity to the ocean makes it an ideal destination for water sports. During my 10-day caravan trip along the coastline, my girlfriends and I halted at the Mantra Surf Club. If you were to interrogate us in a dark and dingy room individually, wanting to unearth the truth, we'd each give the same response. The 2 best days of the trip were spent at this surf club. A group of chirpy people welcomed us as soon as we reached. However, a brightly painted surfboard behind them with the words "Good vibes happen on the tides" caught my attention. After taking a quick snap of the place, we went to an open area where the vibes were, how do I say it, chill. Soumya, a volunteer there, soon became a common favorite. She showed us around the small yet vibrant property. The surf club is a holistic living space akin to an ashram-like structure. Phones aren't allowed in the dining area, and it's okay to be seen without any footwear. Healthy meals, wholesome conversations, cycling on muddy paths amid coconut trees, and a good night's sleep helped the club cement its position as the best part of the journey. Early next morning, we went on a boat with a few others, including a mother-daughter duo learning to surf together. The girl was all of 9 years old, but watching her catch waves was precious. After all, it's heartening to see children doing what their heart desires right from a young age. For me, however, things were different. The briefing session was enough for me to know that I'm going to be horrible at this. Not being able to stand on the board on land was proof enough to foresee my ill-fated near future in the ocean. In all honesty, my confidence was at an all-time low at this point. I wasn't prepared to make a fool of myself. Soon, we were in the water and the games had begun. While my travel partners Preeti and Nikki aced their surf lessons, I decided to be a pro at bodyboarding instead. Bodyboarding is essentially a nicer term for anyone who can't stand up on their boards and instead choose to ride waves while hugging the board. A couple of waves later, I'd forgotten the embarrassment and the need to prove myself. I was just laughing out loud. Ravi, one of the fab instructors there, further eased my thoughts by saying, "As long as you're having fun, you are a surfer. Nothing else matters." What followed was a series of falling into the water, clumsily getting up on the board, adjusting my swimming costume, and posing for photos. It was a morning to remember. The afternoon was dedicated to nap time and refueling for the evening's stand-up paddling session. Judging by the disaster from earlier, I had no hopes from this one either. Boy, was I wrong. Before the session, Soumya pointed to the mangroves where we would be heading with our boats. She painted a picture of calm and beauty, and I was determined to see it. Chandan, our instructor, fetched our boats to the backwaters. We fastened our life jackets and prepared to experience whatever lay ahead. Soon enough, I was actually and truly comfortably paddling and sitting on the board. A few minutes later, and with Soumya's help and motivation, I stood up with my knees trembling like they had just seen a ghost. But you know what? I managed to paddle standing up, feeling proud of this little achievement. Turns out everyone needs a morale boost, and the ways one can find it sometimes be totally unpredictable. After getting stuck near rocks due to a low tide, taking thousands of videos, and physically feeling my arms rot, I made it to the mangroves where others had already gathered. A canopy of plants protected us while the golden light played hide and seek. It was a dreamy moment, and I was blessed to be living it. The sunset was just as magical, with the rays bouncing off the water and casting a diamond-like shine on everything around. We paddled under bridges, crossed cute yellow houses, passed forgotten ruins, and even saw a construction site that earned a collective reaction of disgust. By the time we were back, it was dark and the stars were out. My arms were in unbearable pain post the unintended upper body workout. But my heart had never felt better. A dinner of warm khichdi, crisp papad and delectable chole on a plate made of leaves helped my senses come back to the reality. But our night didn't end there. 6 of us took the boat back to the beach for a bonfire ride next to the ocean. Ghost stories were shared and attempts to play games were destroyed. And since the ambience demanded some heart-to-heart talks, those were fulfilled too. That night we slept with a mind that was at peace. While goodbyes are always difficult, I'll end the story here. I'll let you linger on with the warm embrace of the fire and conversations, the tickling of the sand between toes, and the sounds of the water touching the shore. That was episode number 2 of Discover the Undiscovered. And we hope you discover your own strength, willpower, and the ability to laugh openly at this little gem of a place. Until next time, stay tuned to Travel and Leisure India.